So hi everybody. I know I said I was going camping this weekend, but other stuff came in the way. 6 days ago I got the message that my brother didn't wake up. He was 35 years and 1 day. So sorry. So I thought we would take a trip literally down memory lane. This is a road that leads almost from our home when we were just small kids, and I don't know how many thousands of times we have ridden this on our dirt bikes. I started out on the Pee-wee 50, so did he. I guess he had it before me, and then he got a KTM 80cc race bike, not a race bike, but you know, a motocross race bike. And yeah, we lived on this stretch of road. And actually I think up here, let's see, a lot of stuff has changed since we were small, but it was maybe here. A friend of ours crashed with my bike he had borrowed, and was riding with my brother, and he flew over the handlebars and bit his tongue, and he almost bit right through it, almost lost it. We had a cabin down here, but I think it's 2 or 3 years ago we decided to move the cabin to another location where we already had another cabin. This was too close to home, so we didn't ever spend any time here. I'm not going any fast today because I want the sound to be as good as possible. Of course, a little bit of snow and ice. You know, a lot of there's a cabin in here as well, where relatives live, or not live, but spend their summers. So I haven't been down here for maybe 4 years or something. This is the location of where the cabin was, and we always drove our dirt bikes down here and did a like a, yeah, what do you call it, a power turn or something, where we skid our bikes around in the grass down here. It's a nice place, good fishing down here. So this is one of the places where we used to ride our bikes. He loved riding his bike, but well, when he got older, he got into problems, needed the money for other stuff. And lost contact with the things he used to love. He actually bought another bike some years later, but he ended up selling it for almost nothing to get his hand on money for other stuff. he had problems with anxiety and depression, and was using drugs. But the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years he was sober. Maybe did a relapse or something, I really don't know, but probably, I guess everybody does. So yeah, this is our memory lane. I don't know if it's rideable down here, but we can try. We ride a lot down here as well. Oh. I think I did a video of me riding here last year, but I had my old GoPro, so the quality isn't that good. But this is a bit more suited for the enduro bikes we ended up having as we got a bit older. We must have spent thousands of hours here, if not more. I remember I was afraid of this little hill as a kid. My brother always took it and I went the way around. Today when we're grown up, it's not that steep a hill and definitely not long, but when riding a small PW50, I guess it was terrifying. This road eventually ended up on a landfill, old landfill, it's not in use now, which was a place where we played a lot, scavenging, finding stuff, and also looking at bears. Our parents got really angry when we told them that we had seen a bear, or rather they had seen bear at the landfill. So we were curious, sorry, can't even speak, and wanted to see it, so we walked there. I maybe was like 8 or 10 years old, so we walked there to look at the bear, which in retrospect was kind of stupid, but we didn't know. We just wanted to see the bear. Didn't even think about that they are dangerous. But we got to see the bear. We looked at it for must have been at least half an hour or something, and it was, yeah, it was amazing when you think back on the memories where the bear actually stood and scratched his back against a tree, and I think he was just as curious as we were. He was checking us out, and after he scratched his back, he sat down by the tree and just looked at us, and we just looked at him, and we played in the gravel pit, or what you're gonna call it, in the landfill, and yeah, the bear just hung around, spent some time with us. This place was also scary when I was a small kid, because it doesn't look, I mean, I think they cut down a lot of trees to the left here, but when we were kids it was like this really old forest here, and it almost felt like a troll would come and take us any second. It was a lot darker when it was on both sides, a lot more trees, so it was almost dark passing through here. Yeah, that was scary for a small kid. I have a lot of memories from this road. My tires are a bit, or at least the rear tire is a bit bad at the moment. I have a new tire at home. I haven't had the power to change it yet. I was going to this weekend, but as I said, other things not came in the way. That's kind of a mean thing to say. I remember that it was on my PV50 and I was riding with my brother and I think it was another friend. So I was on the PV50, my brother on the, I think he had a 80cc, the KTM, and the other friend I think had a 125cc Yamaha. Yeah, I was kind of left in the dust. So I knew we were going to ride this road, so I did, but I didn't find them anywhere. As I went home crying, and apparently they went to this friend's cabin and I didn't know where that cabin was, so I was riding around looking for them in the forest, trying to find them, and eventually I gave up. Apparently I passed the cabin like 3 times or something, but I didn't know they were there. So I went home crying. Another time that actually happened up here, that was with, I think, my PV80. We had been riding the entire day and I ran out of fuel, so I had to stop. And of course, me having the smaller bike, I was quite far behind my brother. I saw his tracks, but couldn't keep up with him, so I sat on a rock, I think, waiting for him to come back again, like 10 years old. I think it actually was this rock, that one there. Was it here? Yeah, never mind. So I sat there maybe half an hour, I don't know. It felt like a lot longer, waiting for him to come back. So 10-year-old boy sitting out in the woods alone, afraid, thinking, will he ever come back and get me? Of course he did, eventually. And I told him I was out of fuel, so okay, well, we couldn't tow the bike, so off he went again. I was left sitting there on the rock again, and luckily I think our, I don't know if it was our father or could have been granddad as well, was home. So they brought a jerry can of fuel, fueled up, and off I went again. More adventures. There's actually more roads and paths and stuff to ride out here, but I don't have that much tape, and I don't think you have that much time to watch all the roads either, so we're just gonna do this one for now. Maybe we'll do more later on. another time. I hope the sound is okay this time. No other video has been this important, so. We didn't only ride this stretch of road in the summer with our bikes, we also rode it in the winter with snowmobiles. We were lucky that way that grew up here. We could just get on our bikes or snowmobiles and go out on our own. I think I was like maybe 12 when I got my first own snowmobile, an old Ski-Doo MX, the first model. I was so proud of it. Up here is the old landfill. As you can see, it's been closed off for some time. Well, I think that's all for this trip down memory lane. I'll miss you, brother, and I'll see you again. Bye.